Wellmont Health System's top executive received more than $500,000 in bonuses. That's according to the organization's most recent tax filings. Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond. Josh Smith has the night off. Nate Morabito's review of recent tax filings, which disclosed compensation for the year 2015, show Bart Hove made even more than his counterpart at Mountain States Health Alliance.
Sarah, we're not just talking about his counterpart, we're talking about his future boss if the Ballot Health merger is approved. In all, Wellmont President and CEO Bart Hove took home $1.4 million in 2015. That's $100,000 more than Mountain States Health Alliance President and CEO Alan Levine, thanks in large part to a $520,000 package of bonuses and incentives. He also received a country club membership.
He was the kind of guy who was the right person at the right time to come in and lead the system through this merger process.
September 2014, just days after Wellmont Health System announced the departure of one CEO, it welcomed the return of Bart Hove, a man doctors gave 2 standing ovations to when he came back, the leader who would guide Wellmont through what's described as a complicated and critical merger process.
It was very difficult to recruit a CEO into our health system and under our circumstances and find the right person who could take and lead the organization at that time. So there were some special incentives to attract him back into the health system.
Those incentives and bonuses resulted in a $520,000 payout on top of his almost $800,000 base salary, a base that's only slightly less than what Mountain States Health Alliance paid Alan Levine. Levine received half as much in bonuses and incentives in 2015, but managed significantly more employees. For the first time, I'm seeing Wellmont's executive is being compensated almost identically to a larger system.
Well, of course, we don't compare CEO compensation with just our in-market competitor.
Chairman Roger Leonard says Wellmont's Human Resources Committee consistently reviews pay and incentives, which are then validated by outside third parties.
What we're looking at is to make certain that we are paying fairly and that we are compensating for the job that we're expecting him to do.
Chairwoman Barbara Allen says Mountain States uses an executive consulting firm every year to make sure CEO pay is comparable to similarly sized facilities across the country with similar complexities. Allen calls setting the chief executive's pay one of the most critical things the board does.
Not only did we want to be able to attract the best talent 4 years ago when we went to find Alan in this case, but we also want to be able to retain them and pay them fairly.
Back at Wellmont,
we have to compete on a national level, and we're competing not just with other not-for-profits, but we're also competing with for-profit entities as well.
Leonard has nothing but praise for Hove, a CEO who he says has turned around the system's performance, who knows the area and has a special skill set to help manage in a region with some of the lowest healthcare reimbursements in the country. Also worth the investment to the board, Leonard says Hove's improved physician relationships and employee morale.
Under Bart's leadership, we have done more internal promotion over the last 2 years than we have, in my knowledge, in the health system.
Now, to earn incentive or bonus pay, executives, just like the employees below them, have to hit certain goals. At both Mountain States and Wellmont, those goals for executives were not just related to financial performance, but also involved quality and patient satisfaction metrics too. Now, the same is true for all employees at Mountain States, but for Wellmont's general employees, we're told bonuses were based solely on patient satisfaction. Both systems say when the executives succeed, so do all employees.
Nate Morabito, thanks. Now, Wellmont's tax records show its top 16 executives received a substantial bump in bonuses and incentives in 2015 compared to 2014, while bonuses and incentives only slightly increased for Mountain States' top 16. That's according to tax returns. Both health systems tell us all of its employees from the top down were eligible for incentive pay in 2015.